choosing the right path in life is a scam. And we're out here asking our 17-year-old children to commit to huge life plans before they have even hit adulthood. Honestly, though, life doesn't have to be linear, and it usually isn't. I'm making these paper flowers for one of my dear friends' graduating daughters. It is going to be for a photo backdrop for her graduation party. It has me reflecting on the pressure that gets put on these people who are about to graduate and start this new chapter of their lives, and just in general the pressure that we put on ourselves just to have life figured out. Whenever I was that age, I was trying to figure out something that would make me money and that I would like to do. And to be honest, I felt like the decision that I had to make was set in stone. It was something that I was going to choose and I would commit to it for the rest of my life. And everything that I would do after making that decision would become something that would just build on the decision itself. I may not have been locked into like one job, but I felt like I was going to make a decision to become a graphic designer, and then I would always be one for the end of time, no backsies. And for me, graphic design felt safe. It felt like a good alternative to art because I didn't really have an example of a successful artist in my life, so I didn't exactly know what was possible for artists out there. Growing up, I experienced poverty from so many different perspectives. So I don't really want to go into detail on YouTube, so I'm not going to. But let's just say, like, I experienced different perspectives of it, and it definitely shaped the way that I defined success, the way I still struggle to pull success away from financial stability. The problem with making these big decisions at such a young age, your brain is not even fully formed, is you don't even really know what's possible, and you definitely don't know what you want. You just do your best based off of examples that you've seen. And when you have limited or no examples, you start just cutting away pieces of yourself, pieces of your vision, your dreams, things that could potentially be a reality, but you just don't know how to make it true. So you just cut those pieces away to fit into a mold that was built by somebody else. Be realistic, be practical. And so we do our best with what we've seen, bending and shaping ourselves into somebody else's idea of success, because that's really all we have to go off at this point in our life. And so for me, that meant building a cozy, creative career, and it worked for the most part. I learned how to build my own business and work for myself. I learned so much about resilience and being adaptable and responsibility. I learned so many valuable skills running my own graphic design business. I also had some design jobs as well, like as an employee, and some other odds and ends here and there. I learned how to adapt and grow in ways that I never imagined as a teenager, but deep down, I felt like I was always falling behind. And when your life looks amazing on paper, how could you complain? How could you want things to be different? Or why would you even want things to be different? Because your life's great. Why can't you just be happy with what you have? But the thing is, we we have this, like, when we get stuck in this linear thinking of that all the things we do have to build upon each other, and we can only go up, then you're creating a box for yourself that you can't get out of. But the thing is if you want to start over, I say that in quotes, if you want to, try something new or veer off of the path that you've chosen for yourself, you're not starting from scratch. You've done so many amazing things in this world. You've gained so much knowledge, so many skills, and that is transferable across careers and life. Life isn't about choosing the perfect path and sticking to it. It's about choosing the best path that fits the season that you're in right now. And over time, we grow, evolve, we bloom, we flourish. Just like flowers, we need time to rest, restore, recover. We need time to prune away things that are no longer working for us. And then we evolve. And sometimes we outgrow old dreams or things we wanted for ourselves, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, we keep returning to ourselves over and over and over again. If you feel behind in life right now, just know it's okay to have seasons where you are not evolving or blooming or growing or producing things. It's time to shed these old beliefs that have been holding you back and allow yourself to breathe. Allow yourself to live and just be. You're thousands of years in the making. It's not how do you find the right path for you, it's how do you create the right path for yourself. And you do that every time that you listen to your own voice and follow your heart instead of following what somebody wants for you. It's okay to take other people's advice. It's just when you hear that advice, you know deep down whether that is meant for you or not. There is no perfect decision out there to make. There's just taking the next step, and then the next, and then the next, and then one day you're going to look back and think, whoa, I've come so far. And hey, maybe I've been blooming after all. And if you're still watching, just know that I'm making this video just as much for you as I am making it for me. Starting over in your 30s and in your 40s and 50s, and anytime you want to start over, it's interesting to say the least. I just want you to know that it's okay to do and be and live the way you want. And the last thing that I was gonna say is, if you want like an actual tutorial on how to make these flowers, I'm thinking about making some shorts on how to do it. I don't know if I want to do a whole video about it or not, but if you've made it this far and you want a tutorial, let me know. Well, wait. Well, I'll let you get back to what you're doing. I'll see you later. Should all my outros? Should all my outros? Should my outro be that I'm letting you get back to what you're doing? Is that the? Oh my god! It's not even that funny. Okay, seriously. Well, I best let you get back to what you're doing. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, for real. Last clip. Wait. forgot I'm using mic. Okay, for real. Last clip. I need to put a disclaimer. You're like, why are you acting like that? I grew up in the South, and that's how you say goodbye. You like, and you don't, I don't know, you just hit your knee and you get up and you're like, well, I better let you get back to what you're doing. Okay, this is pure nonsense. I need to know, like, what region of the world are you from? It doesn't have to be just the US, but I want to know, like, where you're from. How do you tell people you're leaving? Also, do you tell people you're leaving the way that the region does it? Like, do you kind of follow suit? Or are you somebody who doesn't quite understand why people do it that way and you just have your own way? I want to know. Also, I need you to know that sometimes it's okay to just be like, I'm I'm ready to leave now.